as your unofficial guide to the galaxial world of discount priced watches. How about we talk about TEMU? Let's take a look. Okay, what is TEMU.com? It is Whaleco Technology Limited doing business is an online marketplace operated by the Chinese e-commerce company PDD Holdings. It offers heavily discounted consumer goods, which are mostly shipped to consumers directly from China. So that would make it a competitor to AliExpress. Now, I thought we'd just take a look, at a couple of watches. I haven't done business with Temu, but I have no reason to believe that you couldn't do business successfully with them. Let's take a look. Now, this is way over the price that I would go for on a watch, but this is quite a watch. It is what's called an automatic watch. Now, what is an automatic watch? By the movement of your wrist, this thing spins, and that's what charges the watch. It's kind of cool. And it's a premium looking watch. You can see it has a curved crystal, convex crystal, quite a few indices, various types of indices. It's a very, very beautiful watch. That's a beautiful watch. Okay, well, let's back up and let's take a look at some less expensive watches that might be closer to something that you might go. Now, that's kind of interesting. Check this out. That's one of those rolling number watches. They tend to be rather fat, but I will say it's a cool looking mother, and that's for sure. Why are they thicker? Because those cylinders, they gotta spin around. They gotta be thick enough for the cylinders, and those cylinders have to have 10 numbers on them. So that's kind of a fun watch, $24.98. What are some of the first ones they're showing? Well, that's kind of cool. That's a luminous face watch for, that's correct, $2.98. This is a lovely looking watch. That's $21.48. That's kind of fun. Kind of a nice looking watch for $31.48. I'm not prepared to say how I think that this compares with AliExpress, but I would say kind of close. Now, there's a super, super thin watch. Now, for those of you who prefer thin, that's thin. Is it not? And we're talking $16. I'll tell you what. I like that kind of band too, because they don't usually grab your arm hairs. And it is a cool looking watch. Yeah. That's a classy looking watch there. $16.98. Recommendations. Yeah, these reviews are, pretty much 5 stars. Are they real? I don't know. I would say probably. That's an interesting watch too, isn't it? For $15.98. So my point is, you want the big fat chronometer look, $20. You're looking for another place to check out watches? Hey, TEMU.com. And let me see here if I can see anything else. It's kind of like a dive kind of watch, kind of. What is that? Let's take a look. They got us so far. Here we go. Multiple dial face. Do they work? Do those dials all work? I don't know. We'd have to look to see. I don't know the answer to that. That's kind of interesting. Anytime you have an unusual shape, that's an inexpensive watch. It does have what appears to be the paper punch, paper textured actual face, But I'll tell you what, I do think that's a nice looking watch for $14.48. See if we can catch how thick this is. Yeah, it is pretty fat. Okay, that's one thing I always try to check out on these is how thick are these suckers really. That's a half interesting watch, you know, for $12.39. Kind of interesting. Coming down here, that's cool. I kind of like that watch. $12.98. I'm kind of liking that. We'll watch this video together, shall we? Doobie-doo. Oh, now they're going to drink. I drink to the watch. I drink to you. I drink to me. That's the first thing I do when I get a watch is I put it in a glass with water. Not. And then I love this. I'm tapping on the crystal with my knife. Oh. Oh, they threw it on the ground. Oh, bonky bonk. Ooh, ooh, ooh. This is so hilarious. I mean, who would do any of these things? Would you drop the watch? Would you? Oh, like that? I like that. Loom. That looked like pretty strong loom too. You know what? I was giggling about this watch, but I'm telling you, it ain't so bad. I think it's kind of cool. I do. And very nice. Waterproof watch, luminous dial, student quartz watch with silicone strap. I'll tell you what. I kind of like that. I'm going to add it to my cart. I don't know why it didn't take, but I like that. I can do it another way. I can save it as a URL. I'll do it that way. Well, you know, this wasn't like a real detailed video. I was just going to say, hey, check out TEMU.com. That's the only message from this video. Just check it out, see what you think. Maybe you'll come across one or two you kind of like. And hey, if it's 12 bucks, you know, that's what you know, if you think about it, what's so great about these inexpensive watches, you buy one, you don't like it, who cares? It's just not a big deal. It's 12 bucks. Now you buy a $500 watch or a $1,000 watch and you don't like it. That's not funny.